to the world of Tom, where you catch all the facts and stay connected with Tom Lane.
Program.
Well, I know a lot of times.
Look at you look all cute. Okay, welcome to In the World of Tom. I'm Tom Lane, and today I decided to go ahead and join in on the Project Hbcu initiative to encourage high school students to attend a historically Black college or university and provide some information and resources to help fund their education. Initially, we were welcome to choose a topic such as my experience at an HBCU, but I am going to attempt to cover it all. But before I get started, I would like to thank Senior Biologist Major at Clark University, Ms. Kemryn Lawrence, founder of the Project HBCU, helping beautiful children unite. Let's get into it. How attending an HBCU changed your life? I never applied for one. I went to work one evening and it was my senior year. I came home and I just noticed a lot of tubs. I knew that I had gotten a lot from my graduation party, but in my mind, I also knew that I didn't apply to college at all. See, my plan was to stay at home in Syson, work a job, be grown, go get my own house, didn't have to ask my mama for anything, didn't have to ask her whether I can have boys over or a whole bunch of friends on a weeknight. I didn't have any anticipation really to go to college, and I wanted to do the Peace Corps instead. And when I got home and I saw all those boxes packed up, I also noticed a folder sitting on the table, huge bow wrapped up on it. And I mean, it was a nice folder. And it was this blue tiger, like just staring me in the face. Of course, naturally, I go to my mom and I'm asking her, why are all of my things packed up like this? And what is this folder on the table? She walked into the dining room and she grabbed the folder and she said, congratulations. You are now going to Lincoln University, and I am so very proud of you. And she said that my hours, my schedule, and my roommate had already been picked out for me, and that I needed to call my roommate, introduce myself, and come back there and tell her how it went. And I bet not complain, and I bet not stump my feet or huff and puff. And of course, I did just that. So I called my roommate, who is Erica Housley. Shout out to Erica. Shout out to you. First roommate, Dawson Hall, 901. Okay. We'll never forget it. But I introduced myself to Erica over the phone, and it was a great conversation. We clicked immediately. So going into the HBCU, I was excited to meet her, a little nervous to have to adopt a lot more other people or friends, you know. It was a little rough, I would say, the first semester, but by the second semester, I was head over heels in love with my HBCU. I learned the history. Once I found out the conversations and how it was planned out for this university to come about, I admired my school wholeheartedly. My heart and my passion for the school itself changed. Whatever school, whatever HBCU you decide to go to or attend, please do your research. And when you go to the school and just visit or go to a simple orientation, be sure to introduce yourself and get to know people, even get to know the teachers. I am friends with more than a few teachers that were my professors, and they still feed me, you know, history and information. And now that we're friends and I'm a lot older and our positions have changed, it's very helpful. So why did you go into your major and how did you like it? I have a bachelor's of science degree. I am a broadcast journalism major with a minor in creative writing. Unlike not knowing what school I wanted to go to or going to college at all, I knew exactly what I wanted to be. I just didn't know how to get there. That's one thing that my university allowed me to do, was explore my majors. And initially when going in, I wanted to do photography. I wanted to do videography and I wanted to write. I just didn't know which classes would lead me there. So initially I can't even really recall what my first major was, but I know that I changed my major at least 2 times because I couldn't decide. Rested on broadcast journalism, being the fact that I do admire Oprah and Gail, Larry King, and so many more other people. Rush Limbaugh comes out of Southeast Missouri, and he's from Southeast Missouri, and his family is very well known and popular, and he's been on radio forever. So being inspired by radio and TV throughout my life, I knew that that was pretty much the avenue that I wanted to be in. My passion just didn't stop at broadcast journalism and creative writing. As I got to know the digital side and got to know the ethics side of journalism, I started to dive more into news production and news writing. So I did a lot of news, and I love it, and I still love it. I'm not sitting at CNN, unfortunately. I'm not at anybody's local newspaper or radio station, but I do have my own platform, which is this, In the World of Tom, and I am more than happy to have this, and it's mine. My content isn't controlled. My narrative, how I speak or what I speak about is not controlled. I am boss. I am the boss, and Lincoln University set me up. So just about every segment that I have, I am always sure to pay homage to my university. How did you handle academics, idle time, and student life activities? This question is kind of complicated to answer because I don't want to say that I partied all of my 4 years and I graduated still. That's not the truth. I do remember wanting to be a part of SGA really bad, and I don't know. I think what intimidated me out of pursuing a lot of the organizations were the people that were in that organization. My advice to you, if you are interested in any organization, whether that is a writing club, speech club, debate club, math club, science club, whatever, go for it. Go for it. Don't let people intimidate you at all. But I did. I personally did. I let it intimidate me. So I went off and I did my own thing. I've never been the type of person that clicked up, had to be a part of something, but I found my way somehow. I always did. That's exactly what I did with going to Lincoln and trying to get involved in student activities. I did CAB. I really don't even know what CAB is. What is CAB? Okay, so CAB is the Lincoln University Campus Activity Board. I was on that my freshman year. To be honest, I really got onto it so that way I can get into homecoming for free. And I ended up getting into it and actually liked it. I liked it a lot. And then going back to being intimidated by others, I was intimidated. And so I dropped it and I didn't pursue it any further. So I do encourage you to do things such as CAB on campus or SGA on campus and to go for it. And that is something that you want to do it. Don't let anyone deter you or intimidate you. I'm giving you my personal experience and my personal perspective to let you know that I've been there. And if I can go back, I would do all 4 years all over again. Not that they were bad. I absolutely loved my college. I loved my university. I did. I do. I still do. So my downtime, I just hung out a lot. I did. I hung out a lot with my friends, off campus, on campus. And when we hung out, we always were talking about our goals and what we were trying to do. In the World of Time was one of my goals from 2010, 11, and I was already talking about her. So I just doctored her up and I got my friends' inputs and I got certain projects done out of class under In the World of Time because of my friends. So it's not all bad, but just remember to keep focused. Student life activities, I loved living on campus. I would encourage you to live on campus at least the first 2 years of college. It's just different. It's so different than living off campus. You're not as included on campus if you were on campus versus living off campus. Living off campus does give you the freedom of not having any rules or stipulations. Anyone can come in and out of your home, and you don't have to worry about your RA. Say at least 2 years, the first 2 years. That's when all the good stuff pops off. Like you get to see all the Greek life and them stump the yard, the probates firsthand, a lot of the activities that SGA and CAB has to come up with to keep everyone engaged and keep everyone busy. I do encourage that if you don't stay all 4 years on campus, to at least stay 2 to 3 years on campus your first few years of school. Why is it important to be involved in an HBCU? It is important to be involved in anything historically Black. We have to keep it alive. Going back to what I said earlier, our university was founded by Civil War soldiers who now I know had the idea while stationed and talking about it and passing the word around, and they agreed to start saving the little money that they were getting. And remember that back in the late 1800s, you know, even after slavery was abolished, you still had Black people fighting for their lives, and not just they were going to the war in order to be able to live a little longer. You know, my perspective and my love for my university changed. I understood the fight that these men had to go through in order to create something for someone like me and you to be able to have. So I respected the founding of my university just as much, and I wanted to be there just as much. So again, that goes back to do your history on the schools that you are interested in and express to you how much I really, really, really love my HBCU. I'm so happy that my mom did it without my permission to make me go to an HBCU. I have to tell this real quick. So I would say like in the first semester, before December of the first semester, I remember calling my mother in tears, ready to go home, letting her know I am putting my foot down. I'm going home. I am going back to Southeast Missouri State University if I have to. And she was like, fine, that's fine, Tommy. That is okay. Go back to Cape Girardeau if you want to. If you want to apply to Southeast Missouri State University, then you do the work. You do it all. You take care of it. And that turned me off. I was staying in Lincoln. I wasn't going anywhere. I didn't want to go anywhere after I realized I had to do all the footwork in order to get it done. I decided to find something about the university that I love, and that was the history. The history had me hooked, line, sinker. What is some advice that you would give to the newer generation HBCU scholars? That if you are really and truly interested in going to a HBCU, please do your homework. It makes the process, it makes the journey to finding the right HBCU for you. Lane University, Fisk, Lane, it's in Roots. If you ever watch Roots during Black History, Alex Haley, who wrote Roots, who actually went back to find his roots, found out that his parents or his great-grandparents, something like that. It was either his great-great-grandparents, 2 greats removed, but his ancestors were a part of Lane College. They met at Lane College and they married. And I feel like that is a beautiful thing. If you're someone like me that loves the old school loves the history, then that is going to draw you closer to your university. What are some things that helped you succeed in your HBCU experience? Hi, I'm Tommy. I had to make friends. I really did, because there were a lot of challenges that I needed help with. There was a time that I could barely afford getting a book. School got expensive at one point. Life happened for me at one point where I was, down and out financially. I didn't lean on my mother to give me that advice to tell me, girl, make a friend. And not that so that you can cheat, but it's always nice to have a friend that may know the struggle that you're going through. That friend may actually help you succeed and pass the class. My first friend that I did that with was Soraya Atkinson, and she's from Rolla, Missouri. Hi, Soraya. I love you so much and I miss you. Soraya and I met at Lincoln University in music class, and from there, we had a couple more other classes together, and I needed her to be my friend in music class. And I know it sounds mediocre, but it happened. And she became my friend. She came over my house. We would have dinner, we would hang out, and we would study together. And I passed music class with an A. So make you a friend. Do you recall some of your greatest memories at your HBCU? Girl, of course. Okay. I gotta find you some pictures and videos to show you. But I had, when I say I had a blast, I had a blast. I enjoyed my HBCU party life. It was safe. I made sure that it was safe. I ended up with 10, they're going to kill me if I say this, 8 to 10 friends. I don't even know. We have a large group of friends, and we call ourselves Loudmouth Entertainment. Loudmouth was established back in 2011 when only 4 friends got together, made a circle, and said that they wanted to have an entertainment group. When we got to Lincoln University, there were already a number of groups and that were doing very well. So what we did was just join on the bandwagon. We had a few of those friends, and being that we were a group of, at that time, 4 that turned into about 8 or 9, and now, like, I don't even know. I have no clue, but our group is big. We threw a lot of parties. We didn't base a lot of our parties out of clubs, but we did them in homes, and we wanted the environment to be safe. And we always wanted to push an independent artist. We love music, so we were big on that as well. We were big on supporting someone else's craft and creativity and skills. So I love Loudmouth, and I love all my friends. We are still friends to this day. We have a group message that is deep in conversation, deep in problems, deep in love. And I would encourage you to make friends so that way you can party safe at an HBCU, college, or university. Okay, so before I go, I want to end this with, you are needing some resources at Lincoln University. Me on Instagram at In Tom's World or Tom Lane, TOMALANE. I don't even know how to spell my own name. You can also email me at intomsworld19 at gmail.com. You can email me and I'll answer all of your questions, and I'll be happy to help you in any way I can and connect you to some people that, can help you with any questions that you may have academic wise or financial wise. Always utilize your student activity board. If you know the person that's running it, if you don't know them, get to know them. Financial aid, Mr. Love was our person. Mr. Love is no longer with us, but Mr. Love helped everyone, and Mr. Love has a memory with me. To know these people, they become family. So go down to financial aid, go down to the library, go down to your memorial hall, go down to your CAF and get to know the chef there. Have a safe and great experience at your HBCU. I wish you the very best and good luck. I'm Lane here. If you like this video, feel free to subscribe to this channel. Also, slap on that notification bell so that way you are the first to know when I post new content. Thumbs up your favorite and pass on the way.
Every Thursday with Tom